Okay, I'm outside again. I'm in a park. I wanted to talk about, and I hope that you can hear me, because it's a little bit windy. So I'll just have to wait every so often for the wind to go down to talk again. I really wanted to talk about something that is a little bit controversial, probably, but I felt that I needed to address it. I claim, and I stand by it, that I do not do predictive readings. Not in the sense that it's easy, this is what's going to happen, it's a promise. Tarot reading is, the end. Tarot reading is where I come up with things that will definitely happen. I'm just going to talk over all this sound because it's going to be noisy anyway. There are some things that I just don't do, and I will explain it. For instance, that the court cards, for instance, or a man or a woman in the major arcana means that someone will come into your life. Those types of aspects of a reading that I don't use. Now, I want to be clear here because I do like to incorporate sometimes those extra meanings, like it's on top of, the meaning that a card represents a certain energy, and then the meaning that is like this cliche meaning, but it still holds value because in the last decades these cards have been read in this way, and that's just how I approach it. That's just what I think of it, how I see it. For instance, the Nine of Cups being the wish card. Yeah, it's like, I think it's valid. I think it's valid to, when the reading calls for it, when it suits the question or the situation, I add that information. But I know consciously that it's an add-on. Like, for instance, the King of Pentacles could be about someone's father, or the Emperor could be about someone's father. But first and foremost, I think the reading is for the person sitting in front of me, or the person getting the reading. And then if it suits the situation or the question or the atmosphere or whatever, I ask a question, what about your father? Or, something like that. It's just, there is that meaning into it, but it's not all of it, and it's definitely not where I go first in the interpretation of the card. And I don't know, that was all introduction. Let me get my mind a little bit straight. I wanted to explain why I do pick a card readings on this channel. How is that possible, even though I'm saying, I don't do the fortuneteller? I'm sorry, I do use that word, fortunetellery kind of readings. It's about what the card evokes. What energy it holds. I'm not going to explain everything again, but it's like, actually the cards really act like a mirror, and they show you what you need to see and hear and know and be aware of at this moment. So pretty much a Jungian approach there. There's more to it than that. I also really like, simply put, the fact that it's work. The fact that when you get a reading, or when you do a reading for yourself even, you have to be patient. It's not, someone said that years ago, and I wish I knew who it was, but it only really made sense in the past couple of months. Crazy. I understood it, but now I really I get it. This person said a tarot reading is not an ending. A tarot reading is a beginning. So what that means is that it's not, easy. It's not quick and easy. It's not, here you go, this is what you can expect, this is what will happen. It's much more a beginning, because the reader trusts you, the client, or you should trust yourself when you interpret cards for yourself, that you will do the work. That the tarot reading is just a beginning, for instance, like this is what you can focus on, this is what will make you achieve those goals, this is the work that you need to put in order to get what you desire, what you want, what your wishes are, what your goals are. It's about giving a clear direction, what to focus on and what the challenges are there, and also the lessons, for instance. It's really about doing that inner work. When you get a reading, first of all, I would say do some research on the reader that's in front of you, or just simply and bluntly ask, can you tell me what my future brings? Or, can you give me some insight on this situation? Either way, the information will be filtered through your own personality, through your own view on reality, through your own view on what's possible. So whatever I say is either way, is through a filter. But I do my best as the reader to simply interpret the cards and give you a message, that the cards are saying, that the cards are, well, not saying, but what the cards are representing, that is the message for you at this very moment. Predicting the future. I know that there's that aspect that these cards have been used for decades, for so long, and still are. So yes, they are used for that. And the aspect is still a fine line in between the non-predictive readings and predictive readings. It's not as clear-cut, at least for me. Sometimes stuff comes up where it's like, yes, there is that aspect of what can you expect. But it's not only that. And I think that the really big capital letters, it's not only that, is important. So, my pick-a-card readings. I do them on my channel in Dutch. I've started last year, but this year I really made the commitment to myself that I would be doing one pick-a-card reading in the beginning of each month. So, 12 in total. And I'm having fun doing that so far because I love reading the cards. It's a little bit challenging, of course, everything is challenging in this profession, but you know what I mean. It's a little bit challenging because it's for the collective, but at the same time, it's for the person who picks this very card. I shuffle the deck, I ask, what are your positive focus points to focus on for this coming month, which is just intention work, really. It's not a prediction, it's advice. It's a positive point to focus on for someone. There's a big difference, and I know you'll get that, even though with my limited vocabulary in English. Anyway, so that's what I do, and then I pick out 3 cards, and I ask the audience to pick either card 1, 2, or 3, which one you feel is good for you. Actually, that whole that whole formula, that whole system feels a little bit strange still, but I really like doing these videos, so I'm going to keep it up. But strange because I don't know who is picking which cards. That's a reason. But then actually I figured out that somewhere, somehow, it feels a little bit more legit for my feeling to be doing these readings that a person that I cannot see, or I don't even know this person is watching the video, chooses one card, 1 out of 3 cards, and that card is for that person. It feels a little bit like it legitimizes a little bit that reading for the collective thing. Because if I were to do a full reading can be 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 18 cards, 78 cards. It can be whatever you want. But full reading, if I were to do a full reading and then expect that to be for the collective, I don't know. I get specific, okay? I get specific. And so I'm also limiting the format for myself to just pick 1 card. And that's the reading. It's 1 card readings. It's for free. It's, it's the free, information that you can get on my channel. And if it interests you, then it's there, it's on there. I do tie it into what happens to the collective. Like, for instance, 2 months ago, I definitely incorporated in the readings in each of these 3 cards. I definitely incorporated the fact that we were all in lockdown in Holland. It's Dutch videos. Maybe that's already a little bit better. Like, it's very niche anyway. You know, it's gonna be for it's there. These videos are there for very few people. It's for Holland, which is a small country. It's for people who like tarot in Holland, even way smaller. And then even more niche is people in Holland or who speak Dutch interested in tarot who watch my videos on YouTube. So somehow I feel in that process of picking and choosing which card you want, there's a little bit of that. Yes, I feel that it's for a certain type of collective, but it's not just out there in the void for anyone. You chose the card anyway, even though it's through a screen. So the very first reason, and I'm just being honest here, that I started doing these pick a card readings is just to let people know that I'm here, that I'm a professional tarot reader. I have a small business and I love reading tarot for other people. And I just love doing that, and I'm here. The second reason is to do what I love, to keep doing what I love anyway, even when business is very quiet. It's just that I get to do readings, that I get to contribute to, I don't know, the energy of your month. And yeah, I mean, I think I explained it well. I think it's clear. It's not about reading a card and interpreting it as this is what's going to happen for you this month. It's a little closer already if you were to say this is the energy for your month, but actually it's me suggesting to you that this is a point for you to focus on and pay attention to and be aware of and be mindful of, and then maybe use as an intention during the month that is coming now. So I am the type of reader that asks a lot of their clients. I can't help it, because I feel that is the way that it works. That is the way that it truly helps me, and then also you. If you want a quick fix, everything will be okay, there's no work or any energy from your side required type of reading, then I don't think I'm the reader for you. And that should be okay. There are plenty out there who do readings that, that give that, which I guess in their own way are also helpful, because that's what people are seeking. There's something for everyone, let's just say that. And with me, it's definitely that my intention is that I give you something that I feel is valuable. And every situation is very different. So every situation, every reading is tailored towards you, the clients. But I definitely, yes, I do. How do I say that? My intention definitely is that you really see the reading as an inspiration or a motivation or a self-empowerment. But it's for you. That's the main thing. The reading is for you. Every once in a while in relationship questions, I do lay down a card for what you can expect. It's helpful because it gives a whole energy to the rest of the reading, which is all really directly about you. But either way, all these energies are hopefully around you. Hopefully you are the leading role of your life. The client would still hopefully walk away from the reading with me thinking, okay, these are the steps that I can do. This is the energy that I can focus on. This is, motivated and ready to do work. The cards are a mirror, and I do believe in that synchronicity, that you choose the cards, you get the exact right cards that you need at the moment, and don't question that. Do this work in your brain and in your heart and in your body and mind and everything to dig a little and think what this message is for you right now. What does it mean? What does it give you? What does it give you? There's a clear lesson. And it's just about being humble and accepting this message. Basically doing shadow work. We say shadow work is a thing, a separate thing in tarot practice, and I understand, but honestly, I kind of feel like any reading is very close to shadow work, or incorporates aspects of shadow work anyway. You get there anyway. That's what the tarot does. And shadow work doesn't mean it's negative, okay? Like Natalia from Ouroboros channel said a while ago. She said that the shadow work has kind of a bad rep almost. It's focusing so much on the negative things of a person, of the dark side, but that just means that the shadow is an underdeveloped aspect of oneself. So that includes all the positive, beautiful, great things as well. It's just as easy to be afraid of success as it is to be afraid of failure. And where does that come from? And then you start digging. These pick a card readings is just a point to focus on. That is, I have decided beforehand, is positive anyway, even if you get the Tower. I do acknowledge the negative side of it and the hurtful side of it and the painful side of it, but also in the end it's positive. That's the whole idea of that reading, to give you something that is powerful. I know that we cannot have this discussion forever and ever, and I do not intend to either. I just really wanted to explain how I feel about it, and then I would love also to hear back from you, like if you've seen these Dutch pickup card videos, how do you feel that works? Is it okay? I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but I kind of feel like it shows my way of reading, even though it's maybe surprising because it's a pick a card format. Please let me know if you watch these videos, these pick a card videos, and if they actually do help, whether you do your own tarot practice or not, whether you have your own tarot practice or not. I'm interested in that. And yeah, I always want to know what you think of all of this. I know that this is a discussion that we can keep having forever, so maybe I should really just stop trying to address this, but it always comes back in a different way. Remember these ethics that you say you have? Does that make sense with these videos that you're putting out? I think yes. Maybe you think different. Anyway, these are my thoughts, and again, very rambly. Whenever I sit outside, or lately I should say, the videos have become longer, more rambly, but that's just the way it is. I hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you later.